Welcome back to the channel, guys and gals. So, we have been busy this week, and it's just been kind of crazy. Um, but we do have a surprise to the channel. Now, most of y'all know, if you've been on this channel for a while, you know I do a lot of kit bashing, a lot of modifications, a lot of scratch building. I do prefer doing the scratch building, such as the kinky Cheryl style passenger cars. Um, and it's a lot of fun to do. And my son does a lot of projects too that he likes to show off on these channels as well. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. What is this? I don't know. I'll tell you here in just 1 second. Okay. So I reached out on one of the Facebook groups that I asked. I said, "Hey, does anybody have a Menards locomotive that is, no good? That the motors are burned up, or whatever the case may be?" And a gentleman reached back out to me from Ohio. There's also one of my subscribers. Again, to that subscriber, thank you very much for doing this. And he sent me the Menards locomotive. Name of the show: Santa Fe locomotive.
I found the two other oils.
Okay. And so it's the same number as one that came in the train set. And I was like, okay, this is actually kind of cool. So I started playing around with it, trying to figure out, okay, what's going on with it? What's it doing? Why is it not getting signal? It's getting power, but it's not getting signal. Well, after much testing, it had become to point of finding out the circuit board is just bad. Now, the circuit board will still power up.
Which is the circuit board is heating up, and the single, whatever it is.
Yep, the signal. So it's getting a signal, but it's not able to transmit it. And the circuit board's just bad. So we did a lot of testing on that. And I decided that, well, I'll just pull the motors out and turn it into a dummy A unit. Now, the thing about this is the motors still tested good. So, which is nice because I can keep these back around so that if I can ever somehow get a replacement board for Menards, I will be able to redo that. And he's figured out, there you go, like that.
Ooh, that's a big stop. And if I can get it, what's that balcony light?
There you go. There you go.
And here's the other one. Two.
So both motors are actually working, which is fine. And the motors aren't going anywhere because, well, these are now part of the parts that go with this locomotive. As my son was just demonstrating, the motors do work. So they're not froze up. It's the circuit board itself. And so for right now, I just turned it into a dummy unit, like I said. So that works out really nice. Now, the kicker to this is that because this is the locomotive 3945, it's the same that's in the set. This is the remote from the set. Can you plug up the power pack? And here's the one from the set, same number. I had to mark it on the back of it to show it's now a dummy unit. Plug up the power pack real quick, son. All right. I'm going to get y'all panned down here for just a minute. Okay. Turn it on. Turn it up. So here we go. Now we got sound. Here's the one off that. This is the good one. Volume still working. Front light still working. And the reverse light still works. It is still working as it would if it was a powered unit. Now, watch this. which is really cool that it can still do all that. So we're gonna put the shell back on it.
Like bop, just like that. Bang a bop.
These shells are very nice. I mean, I actually don't like these shells.
Let me see if this have a battery in it.
No, it doesn't. I already checked.
I see a steel smile. Let's see. These look like these small ones.
Yes, they're the AAAs.
See, this might work. The dummy control might work. It might work.
So again, this locomotive has a piece of tape up on the bottom of it to mark it that it is a dummy unit.
One point I really want to replace this with a 9-volt battery instead of this.
Excuse me while I find my right screwdriver here.
And I'm using way too small screwdriver for this.
Hang on, I'll get. Hang on, give me just a minute. And again, I did go through everything on this locomotive before I took the motors out. It was a very simple process to get the motors out. In case any of y'all haven't ever done this, there's a screw right in here you need to take out, and then an Allen head right here. Once you remove that Allen head, it removes the motor. So it's you know, definitely a little bit easier. I might be able to, I don't know, if I was able to get a different circuit board or a different E unit, might be able to wire it so that it will run off a track power. That is a real possibility later on.
Phew.
Or if I can acquire another one somehow, then I would probably use the unit as far as motors and stuff in the unit and put them in my Class 35 Hymix. Overall, they're not a bad unit at all. Stop. Overall, it's not a bad unit at all. It's actually a pretty nice unit. They would actually work very nicely.
Can I try both of these hardener creams?
No. No, that's not for what you think it is.
It says hardener.
I know it says hardener cream, but that's for doing automotive work.
What is that?
And so here we go. Now we have this going.
Is this the dummy? No. This is the dummy. No.
This.
Can I try
That's the dummy one.
See if the dummy one works. Huh? It.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay.
So that now we just found out the controller may be bad on that one.
But it does light up. I don't know why the light is lighter on screen, but in real life it not.
Okay, so this is interesting.
Is this the light? No, not the.
No. Okay, hold on. Alright, so.
So not the controller. That's good.
No, that means I have a wire that got pinched on the inside when I was putting the shell back on. That's what that means. So I just got to fix it real quick.
Come on.
It'll get there. Quit being so impatient, son.
Can you tell me what this is?
That's blazing. That's for filling with holes and minor stuff that I use it for. That's some very expensive stuff. And I do mean very expensive.
Like these gaps?
More than that.
Bigger gaps?
Yes. It's for doing paint and body.
Oh, like this big of gap with this drilled out and hole?
Well, yeah.
When we're done, what they gonna play? I don't know.
Okay, so we're gonna fix this here real quick. Just gotta take the screws out, take the shell off.
I just have.
And yeah.
This is my call from a couple of videos ago, which I did, and I found 2 of these crates, and I just got a good idea to put them inside of them and put something else in the middle. And I'm gonna oil the wheels right now. Is it fine if I use this oil? Gonna oil whatever it is? Is it fine if I use this?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oil, gun oil. Yep.
That might have been a good reason. Okay, so we know that this all works.
Also, these wheels is kind of weird, like it's separate wheels.
All right. Lighten up, lighten up. Okay. All right, there we go. So there's that. Now we put the screws back in it. Had a wire that got pinched in there. Just had to move the wiring around. Probably should, like, zip tie them. I'll do that later. I gotta get some smaller zip ties. I'll get those from work.
Like way smaller zip size
Yes, way smaller.
than those red ones?
Yeah. I got some very small ones at work I can get.
Like smaller than my finger or small as my finger?
Small as your finger.
Smaller or small?
Yes, they're called micro zip ties.
So this will be the size of my finger?
Yeah, but very skinny.
Like the size of my fingernail? Oh, your fingernail?
Oh. And that way it keeps all the wires nice and tight. All right. All right, so now we're back up going. So it's not gonna matter which way you turn this controller, it'll still make the same sound. So that tells me that all the 3945 models operate on the same frequency. When I tried it on the yep, he got the dummy unit, working. Yep, there we go. So there we have it. We now have a Menards Santa Fe F7 dummy A unit to go behind the other A unit. And I will get these oiled up. And speaking of that, son, let me see that oil real quick. Oh, never mind. You already got it out. Never mind. Well, shut up.
I told you.
Well, I know.
But you didn't know what it was.
I had a blonde moment. Or, as you would probably say, an ancient dinosaur moment.
Oil in the couplet? Is it possible to oil the couplets? I'm sure oil the wheels, but is it possible?
No, you don't oil couplers. Well, I mean, you can, but no reason to.
But can I?
Yes, you can oil the couplers if you want.
But I'm already doing that. I just want to ask first.
I say it's not going to hurt it. I mean, anything will just make it run smoother.
Yeah. But I don't know how to open these. Huh? Is this the way to open it?
Okay, so there we go. So a little bit of oil on it. Definitely makes it run smoother. No, it did not lose its wheel shape. It didn't lose anything. As far as weight wise, a couple of ounces. That was it. So it's still doing its job. It still has the weight, and that's pretty cool. And we still got lights on it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I didn't show taking the motors out, but I was going through some testing processes with it, and the circuit board's bad in it, but it's still at least lighting up. It's still got the sounds on it, which is cool. Because my original thought was if I could get one with bad motors in it, maybe build a B unit. And seeing this, I now have an AA consist for the Santa Fe, and which brings me to the other thing. Yes, we are working on the diesel tender. Should be done, I'll probably, well, at least in primer tomorrow, because I didn't like the test paint on it. Found some flaws in it. So down with the sanding it goes, and get the flaws corrected so it's nice and smooth, and get the light built for back here. And let me flip you around. There you go. Santa Fe diesel tender. And yes, you can still run this in an AA or even an ABA if you're pulling heavy weights. As always, keep the shiny side up, rubber down. Hope to see you on the next video. We'll shoot for tomorrow, but never know. We'll see y'all then. Take it easy. Have a great night and a safe rest of the week. See y'all then.